Welcome to NTP's Question of the Week. My name's Mark. Question this week that's come in is concerning a DVSA handing out many fixed penalties for driver's hours infringements. Now, there's not a lot of data about what they're doing at the moment. Data always tends to be historically, but I can give you a little bit of a rundown of what's been going on over the last few years. You can make your own mind up as to whether they're still going to be actually handing out driver's hours infringements, fixed penalties for them. Now, the reason DVSA like to concentrate on driver's hours offences is because if you drive too much, it creates tired drivers. Now, ROSPA back in 2018, they told us that 20% of accidents and 35% of serious and fatal crashes are down to being when you're driving tired. They also reported around about the same time that 40% of sleep-related accidents actually involve commercial vehicles. Now, that's a frightening statistic. Also, they mentioned that 12.5% of injuries caused by accidents are fatal. However, in our sector, in the commercial sector, this rises to 25% of injuries actually cause fatal accidents. So this is why DVSA like to concentrate somewhat on driver's hours infringements. Now, historically, if we look back to what they used to do, prior to March 2018, DVSA could only give you a fixed penalty for an infringement that they found, if they pulled you up on the side of the road, for an infringement that you were actually committing at that time. Now, that meant that any previous infringements that they could find, they would have to take you to court to be able to do anything about it. And it also meant that foreign nationals coming over into the UK, they found it very difficult to take them to court because by the time it came through, obviously they're going to be back in their own country. So what they did in March 2018 is they changed the system. And this meant that they could go back the full 28 days, when you have to carry 28 days records on you, and they can give you fixed penalties for any infringements within those 28 days. Now, obviously, this is going to affect the amount of fixed penalties that can be handed out. They can only give you fixed penalties for up to 5 offences. Now, the infringements are graduated. The fixed penalties are graduated, anywhere between £100 to £300. If, let's say, you've got 8 infringements when they pull you up, which 5 are they actually going to give you fixed penalties for? Obviously, the 5 that is worth the most money. So potentially it could cost you £1,500 on the roadside for infringements on driver's hours. So how has this change affected things? In the 12 months up to March 2018, DVSA undertook 80,418 roadside enforcement checks. Now, these were ones where driver's hours checks had been undertaken. They issued out 4,236 fixed penalties, and the financial penalties to that was £478,000, just shy of £500,000. But crucially, that's out of your pockets as a driver. Now, they changed the system, and in the 12 months after March 2018, so between March 2018 and March 2019, there was less roadside enforcement encounters, actually 73,000, but they issued more fixed penalties, 19,723. That's an increase of 465% over the previous year. What about the financial penalties? £3.6 million. That's a 763% increase. And again, crucially, that £3.6 million comes out of your pockets. Now, since then, very little information has been updated on their system. However, last month, middle of November 2021, they did issue out a couple of documents, although not in the same sort of format, does give us an indication of financial penalties. And in 2019, the financial penalties for the fixed penalties was £3.1 million, so very similar to the year before. And then 2020, it actually dropped to £1.7 million. Now, obviously, COVID's played a part in that, so that's where we are on the 2020. What's going to happen in 2021? Who knows? Now, the automatic thing to say is, well, DVSA have got a vested interest in handing out these fixed penalties because they need to make money, because DVSA are self-funded. However, DVSA have said that they do not receive the money. So this was actually their statement. To be clear, this isn't about raising money. All money received from fixed penalties goes to the Treasury. We want to make sure it doesn't pay to break drivers' hours rules. Being able to issue more fines for more offences sends a clear message. Take your breaks. So if you don't want to be handing out £3.6 million this year, although we're nearly at the end of the year, so in 2022, make sure you've got a good understanding of drivers' hours. Make sure you stay legal. Cheers, thanks very much for watching. If you want to add any comments down below, please do. Don't forget to click like and subscribe for more videos. Catch you later, take care, see you soon.